Hey guys, it's Chase here, and today I have an incredibly cool unboxing for you guys. This is the Gemmy 2012 5-foot tall life-size animated Ghost Girl. This item is brand new. It's only been opened to ensure that everything is in here, so this thing hasn't been used since it's been in the factory, and here it is, with the box looking absolutely pristine, and there's not much else to say about it, but let's just go ahead and get it opened up. So while I am cutting the tape, I will say I got this off of eBay. This was initially a bid, but there were offers on the bid. So you could leave a bid on the item, or you could submit an offer, and I contacted them because initially the price for shipping was $130, which I thought was absolutely absurd. Now this was coming from Florida, so it was going to be a little bit more on the pricey side, but I asked them, if I win this bid, would you allow me to create my own label for this and send it to you, and then we use that? And they said, yeah, totally. And so instead of waiting for the bidding and everything, I just said, hey, you know, I see that you have offers on. I would like to make an offer of $200. Would you accept that? And they responded back almost immediately. They had said that, of course, we'll take that. I will go ahead and set it for a $200 buy it now option with free shipping, and then you can just provide the label. Well, I buy the label, and it ends up being only $24. So that's more than $100 off the eBay price. So always make sure to ensure that shipping is accurate on these things. I'm not talking about, I am talking to sellers, but mostly to people that are looking to buy stuff, because you never know. People may be wanting to give you the option of creating your own label. And yep, so there's more packing material in this. And at this time, I'm actually going to kind of cut the camera down because we're seeing just some incredible original packaging right here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the camera, and then I will show you guys what all is in here. So I figured, since there's not many, brand new unboxings of this item, that you guys would probably want to see how this all looks. So here's everything. The head is, of course, wrapped up. Here's the adapter. This is absolutely beautiful. We've got the original neck attachment right here. Of course, this pearly white creepy cloth. This is just... We're gonna get just a shot of this to see how that looks, because that's amazing. And then I guess I'll go ahead and take the head out, take this little cardboard insert out, and then we should be able to get the body up. Okay, so I think we're gonna start with taking the head up, and I just want to show the camera that the eyes on her are absolutely perfect. A lot of the times, the eyes on this, they're not gonna look too good. This looks absolutely perfect. So that is amazing. I'm glad that it looks good in the face. I don't know why it wouldn't look good, but as you guys can see, the hair is already trying to get tangled. Well, I won't really allow that. The face, I don't know if it's supposed to be like this. It looks like there's some places where it may be missing some paint, but it may look like that. I don't know. I know that there's lights underneath this, so the paint might have to be super thin in order for it to look good. Either way, I still think she looks fantastic. I just don't know if it's supposed to be like that or not, but like I said, the eyes on this are absolutely perfect. They're looking straight. That's exactly how it's supposed to be. I love that, and her hair is trying to stand up because of I guess the static in the room is pretty high, but I'm gonna set the head down over here, and I'm going to be very careful not to tangle the hair up or everything, because there are so many just tangled ones, and I'd love to keep this one looking good. So I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so this is the box insert for the head. We have the instructions and everything. And I will hold on to these. Okay, so we've removed all the box inserts. Again, I will keep all of them. I won't throw them away or anything. They'll just be sitting in here. So now we have the body itself. Should just be able to lift up on this. Okay. And I'm serious about keeping this thing in, you know, perfect shape. I even like vacuum the floor and, you know, like everything, just so it's not gonna get dirty or nothing. I mean, it's the places I store this kind of stuff is relatively clean, but you know, when you're dealing with just white fabric, especially creepy cloth, it is just so hard to maintain in good shape, which is, you know, I love the way creepy cloth looks, but I hate the way it lasts. So, of course, the prop looks fantastic. The head looks good. The hair is perfect on it. But how's the inflatable fabric? Absolutely perfect. This thing came from Florida. That was my biggest worry the entire time. I was like, the inflatable fabric, it's going to be worn. It's not. The arm's not going to inflate. There's going to be something up with it. No, that was literally the last test, and I mean, it passes with flying colors. It's not even sticky. I mean, this is like, you can hear that's perfect. So I will. Does it have a locking? Yeah, it's got the locking pin and everything in it. So I will go ahead and kind of set this thing up, go ahead and test it. I'm expecting the arms probably not to wave back and forth because it's a common problem with these. The gear does like to split in it. It's not even, you know, because it was used or wasn't used. It doesn't matter. It's just the way it is. So I'm already expecting for that not to work, but everything else should be flawless on it. So I guess I will go ahead and test it. I'll film it. I don't know if I'm going to put it in the video, but I will film it, you know, going off for the first time. Alrighty guys, so we got her plugged in. We're going to turn her on for the first time since 2012. And there is no indication on this, like at what point the volume is like high or low. So I just have it in the middle right now and I'll adjust it as we go back. Alright, yeah, the arms are not working on it. That is something I will have to fix. Not a big deal at all. I will go ahead and repair that, but everything else seems to be working just as it's supposed to. Okay, so the objective of today is to fix her arm mechanism, which is split. Fixing, you know, replacing this arm is going to be another day. The arm in this one is worn out. This one's fine, but this one, you know, this side has thin spots, so it's not inflating as it's supposed to. This side right here is fine. It's just this side right here. So, you know, it seems like it's blowing up, but, you know, once we get the mechanism fixed up, it's not going to wave as it's supposed to. So that's going to be a project for another day. And it's kind of sucky because, you know, you pay a good price for this thing and it ends up, you know, being worn out. But there's no way of predicting that it was going to be like that. I mean, the sign that it was coming from Florida should have been, I think it came from Florida, maybe. It came from a hot state. Go ahead and turn her off. Basically, the point is, you know, I should have kind of expected that. But it's 2011, it's not too old. This arm is totally fine, though. It's just this side right here. This is all worn out. So we'll worry about that another day. But, yep. So I got her laying down, and yes, I got the zip tie off. But you don't gotta cut the zip tie on these. It's a common misconception. You don't have to cut the zip tie. It's not on. It's not on. You know, so tight where you just can't. A little bit of force pull it off. So I just pulled it off. So it's still gonna have the original zip ties and everything. What you have to do is we take a flathead and, you know, pop this piece out, because this is what connects it to the motion sensor, and that just comes right off. It should hold on because there's glue around it, but in the case it's dry rot, I just, like, you know, pop it off and put it in like a parts bin or something. That should stay on though. And then for the other stuff, it's like up check. You gotta go in, and there's gonna be, you know, one screw right there, one screw on the other side. You take that off, and then same thing on this side. And so it's just screws, 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 and you have to, because it's, you know, it's all the way up there. Her mechanism, so we have to do all of this. But there's the circuit board. I don't know if it's supposed to be orange like that or not. It's you know. And this is weird. You know, you have one LED right there, and then it's like a foggy one right there. So that's really weird. But we're gonna undo everything, and then I'll get back to you guys. The plastic isn't yellow or anything, which is odd because it was stored in a hot area, but it's not yellowed or anything. You know, which is good, but I prefer the frickin' plastic to be yellowed than the inflatable fabric be worn out. Because I can avoid dropping this and shattering the plastic, but I can't do anything about, you know, worn fabric. We gotta unscrew 4 screws in total, and then this will be able to lift up. Well, no. Man, actually no, because these are gonna be held on. And it's on both sides, so I can't do that. I'm wondering if it's possible, if there's like a way to go in through the top, but I doubt it. It looks like I'm gonna have to unscrew, you know, this, all 6 screws on this and on the other side as well. So not fun. Alright, so the pieces have been removed, and it's actually going to be pretty easy to put them back on. See, I thought you had to like line it up exactly with like the holes and everything, or you had to make new ones. But there's actually cutouts of exactly how it's supposed to go on. I just have it turned back over, so I can't show you. But right here you can see it's cut out into a square, so it fits right over it. So that'll be very easy to put back on. Now this will slide back up, but there's a button here. And I don't know what it does. I have a feeling that, like, I don't know what it does. I'm not sure. But I'm not gonna mess with it. Here's the piece right here, bottom right there, that latches onto this. Which that's going to keep Ghost Girl from going up. That's the purpose of this piece right here. I don't know why they have that on there, because she's not going to come up during shipping. It makes no sense that would they do that. And I would imagine it would break the mechanism, you know? It tries to go up, but it can't. It's just going to be clicking. Anyways, we fold all this back and push this up. And we have the fans. This is the mechanism right here that's bad, and it would be awesome if like the rubber belt was just bad or something. That'd be cool, but we already know that's not the issue. It's a freaking split gear. So we'll get into the mech, we'll replace it. Actually no, it's not this one, it's a different one, but this is the climbing mech. There's a different one up in here. Oh no, because that means I'm gonna have to take off probably all of this and okay. Ah, man. Because unless there's like the mechanisms on like the back or something. Oh no. Okay. This just got a whole lot harder, guys. Okay, so you can see I got the mech off. I'd had some help from a friend who's done this before. So you gotta disattach this mech up here, which there was like, there's not just 3. The rest of the screws are still like right there, you know, it's up in the mech still. But once you undo that, it looks like, first of all, I can move this up and down, so you can just tell how split that is. Like, that's not even split, that's like cracked dead in half, you know. So it looks like what I'm gonna have to do is first take off these little brackets right here that's holding on to the mech, and then this is difficult. Because you know, I don't know if that's the only thing that's holding it up. It looks like it is. But I also think that I'm probably going to have to take off these screws right here too. And then that's a whole another pain. It's really a shame, you know, how like just the amount of stuff you have to do to take this kind of stuff off, man. Oh well. So the mechanism's right there. I see it now. It's just a simple mech. And apparently, according to the person I was talking to, these things were splitting in 2013. Guys, this thing is 2012, and it was splitting in 2013. That's insane. That means anybody that got this like years later, because these were still at Spirit, they didn't work. That's crazy. So this is where I'm currently at. I've taken off these pieces right here. And then the thing right here, I haven't done that side yet, but it's still not coming up. So I'm kind of, I'm thinking I gotta undo more stuff, which is gonna suck. But realistically, I should just need to, well, no. Yeah, no, it's definitely gotta be, 2 sides undone. Unless I can slide the shaft off of one of those, that would fix that issue, but yeah. But I'll keep updating. I'm not really sure where to go from here. Okay, so after 20 minutes of trying to figure out what to do, I finally figured out how to get it off. You have to undo the plate, which is right here, and then that takes off this whole mech, and then you can get this off. You don't even need to touch this side. I mean, you do, you want like loose, but you don't need to like take off that piece. So after I did that, now I'm able to get into the gearbox, and this is beyond split. Like, it is so bad. Hold on. I'm trying to see if I can like put the camera down. Listen to that. It's so bad. So we'll go ahead and get that replaced. I haven't even seen what it is yet, but what is this? It looks like a 9-tooth. But I'll pull it out and make sure. But yeah, guys, we got into the mechanism. So I'll go ahead and put a new gear on, which will be fun. And then we'll put it back together, which is going to be a pain because I have so many screws and I can't even, I can't even say for sure if I'm going to be putting the correct screws in the correct places, but yeah.